Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel where skincare is all about progression over perfection because perfection doesn't exist. I recently posted a video about the worst products I've used so far this year, so I feel like it's only right to introduce you to some of the best products I've been trying this year. And in this fast-paced world of skincare, products that I feel like are personally gonna stick around for me for a long time. Let's start off with the new and improved Purito Daily Go-To Sunscreen. This is a broad spectrum SPF with 50 plus. Now, I think we all died a little bit inside when we found out that green, what's it called? The sunscreen that we had all been religiously using didn't quite meet up. Well, didn't quite. It was a very long way from meeting up with the SPF 50 that Purito's original sunscreen claimed. Purito pulled sunscreens off shelves and have now launched a new sunscreen which has been tested in labs in both Korea and in America. So far, they've actually published on their Instagram the SPF and PA test results. They've been so open about it, and I feel like they kind of have to be. I feel like they have no other choice but to be very transparent. Seems good, seems promising. I'm trusting this one. I've had it for a few weeks now, and to be completely honest with you, it feels pretty much the same. It does in some ways feel a little bit heavier than its predecessor, but it's good. It's still one of those products that I would use instead of a moisturizer and sunscreen. This is my moisturizer and sunscreen. Super easy to apply. It contains centella as before, but other than that, there's nothing really to write home about here. It pretty much feels and looks and appears like the same thing, but hopefully just with that SPF 50 plus that they promise. One product that I'm actually loving from Purito as well is their Oat-in gel cream. I'm all about soothing and calming my skin after the shit I put it through last year. And when I'm usually experimenting with some stupid skincare TikTok hack, I need my skin to kind of go into recovery mode. And this is one of those products that I've been doing for that. It's an incredibly lightweight cream that feels almost serum-y, to be honest. I feel like they could have put this in a serum bottle and I would have been fine with it. Of course, we have oats in here, which is great for soothing and barrier repair, alongside some anti-inflammatory ingredients. And it's just super lightweight. I do have to follow this up with another moisturizer if I'm going to use it in the evening. Under a sunscreen, it's absolutely fine, but as I said, it's a very light serum-y weight texture that goes into the skin very easily and then does kind of feel like it disappears a bit. So I do like to put Sunk over the top of this, but the soothing properties that this has had, the flare-ups that this has calmed, it's great. And the packaging is also paper-based, so it contains 58% less plastic with a recyclable cap, and you can feel that. You can feel the scent going on there. And with its minimal ingredient list, I would go ahead and say it's pretty much great for all skin types. We have a sponsored segment now, and they are sponsoring this because I love their products so much. They haven't bought their way into this video. This is Skin1004. You've seen their two serums in previous videos, and they're the products I'm going to be talking about today because I'm using them non-stop. Let's talk first of all about the Madagascar Centella Tone Brightening Capsule Ampoule. First of all, whilst the price varies depending on where you buy it from, this is a huge bottle of serum. It's around £30 for 100 milliliters. You usually pay 30 quid for a serum that's about 30 mil. Like, this is an absolute bargain. Of course, this serum's main ingredient is highly purified centella to help calm the skin, and that's what the capsules are in here. They're not little plastic beads. A few people commented before my users saying, are those plastic beads? No, I don't know any products that still use plastic beads. I know they're legal in the UK or maybe Europe, but no, they're not plastic beads, it's centella. And these are surrounded by a lovely brightening ampoule, which contains 4% niacinamide. Of course, you have got to have niacinamide in a brightening serum, and 2% tranexamic acid. This helps even out skin tone and is an ingredient that I feel deserves more hype right now. It's always overlooked. Every year I feel like people are like, tranexamic acid is going to be the next biggest thing, and it never is, but it should be because it's amazing at evening out your skin tone, fading those dark spots, hyperpigmentation, and we have vitamin C in here for a brighter looking tone as well. And of course, it's a great antioxidant. It's just so nicely hydrating and soothing on the skin. This is a product that I use every night. Since I got it, it goes a long way. It's like not going down, but I love it. The other serum I got from Skin1004, I use mainly in the mornings. However, I very rarely do a morning routine recently just because I'm lazy, and I'll pretty much wash my face, use a toner, and put sunscreen on. But this is is the Madagascar Centella Ampoule, a 100% Centella ampoule to help calm and balance the skin. This Centella goes through a very strict 4-step process when it comes to sourcing and extracting Centella in order to keep it as pure and potent as possible. And I say this is my morning serum because what I like about this is how lightweight it is. It feels like water. It does feel like water. It's a little bit tricky. You kind of like put it on your hand and you're like, you know, so it doesn't spill anywhere, but it's so lightweight. And again, it's got that instantly calming and soothing effect that a lot of Centella products have. What I love about this brand as well is they have a super strict process right from picking the plant itself through manufacturing to bottling up. It's very, very strict. For example, they don't use harsh blades or scissors to cut up the plant. It's all hand picked. They preserve the Centella plants by very loosely picking. They're not tearing plants out. They're not picking them up by the root. Every step of the process of making these products is so thought out and so cared for and so careful. When a brand puts that much care and effort into creating their products, it makes me really enjoy the products because I feel like I'm using something that's precious, you know? I know, it just makes me feel fancy. But yes, thank you again. I've got so many more products of theirs that I love, by the way, which you'll see in future videos. I remember that these products will be linked in the description box down below. The next product is the Dr. Ceuracle Vegan Kombucha Tea Essence. So this is like my favorite essency toner creamy hybrid. Think Laneige Cream Skin Refiner, but a little bit thicker, a little bit deeper hydrating. And if you have skin on the oilier side, I feel like despite it feeling thicker, you're gonna like this compared to something like Laneige Cream Skin Refiner because it does feel more hydrating over moisturizing. It's a very difficult product to describe. The essence contains 78% kombucha tea extract. So kombucha tea is basically a fermented and sweetened black or green tea. In this case, it's green tea because we have green tea leaf extract as one of our key ingredients in here. Alongside Saccharomyces ferment filtrate, so it kind of mimics kombucha tea. It's really a green tea essence with a nicer name, a nicer look, and a more cultural and interesting take on an essence, which I'm all here for. And of course, it's Centella. No, it's green tea. It's calming. It's soothing. It's a great antioxidant. This also contains probiotics, which I still don't know a lot about. I really need to look into those. And sunflower seed oil, which nicely moisturizes without being heavy, greasy, oily, sheeny. My skin just feels comfortable and happy with this. This is definitely like a morning skincare routine. I can't be bothered to do anything product. This isn't included in the video, but recently I've been using the Coastal Citizen morning water because I've just moved house and I've not been bothered to cleanse or I've not had time. So I've been using cleansing water, then following up with a kombucha tea essence, and then a moisturizer, and I feel like I've done a really solid, good routine with it. My skin is never irritated, it doesn't feel like I've been lazy, it's just always satisfied and hydrated and moisturized. The next product is the ROSEN Break Out Spot Treatment. So I hate mint in skincare. I hate it. I hate the feeling of it on my skin, I hate the irritation it can cause, but it's in this product and I absolutely love it. I also don't like apple cider vinegar, but when it's formulated properly in a product, I can give or take it. It's also in this product, which I absolutely love. And it is just one of the best spot treatments I've ever used because, again, it just works. It only has 5 ingredients. So we have zinc oxide, we have water, apple cider vinegar, a borside, which is like a fermented ingredient, and peppermint oil. And it's this weird kind of soft pasty consistency that does dry down but doesn't dry out your spot or leave your skin feeling chapped and dark. Often when I use spot treatments, it will dry out my skin and lead to a dark spot. Sure, the whitehead will be gone, but now I've got months of trying to remove this dark spot from my skin. This doesn't do that, and when I use this, my personal experience, that is, if the spot isn't gone overnight, it's gone within 48 hours. Like, it works so well. I had a really nasty whitehead day. You can still kind of see it 2 days ago and it's completely gone. Other than this little bit here, but yeah. Like, it was aggressive and it's gone. Of course, you may know zinc oxide as it is used in sunscreens, but it's also great at soothing and calming inflammation, helping to reduce sebum, leading to less breakouts, less clogged pores, etc. It's also slightly healing as well. I'm not sure why peppermint is in here, to be honest. Like, I could do without it. Maybe it's just a fragrancing thing, and it gives your skin like that tingling feeling, which I really don't like. Apple cider vinegar can potentially have antimicrobial properties and antifungal. I don't know. Look, it just works. It works. It's one of those products that I didn't check the ingredients before I used it. It worked overnight. I used it again. It worked overnight again. I was like, what the fuck is in this? It just works so, so well. I cannot recommend this enough as a spot treatment just to have on hand. And finally, we have the Make Serum Balms. What I love about these is that they are skincare first. They look like lip gloss, but they're not. When you see them in the packaging, they look a little bit tinted, and you do get a tiny bit of tint on your lips, but like not enough to change the color, not enough for you to go to bed and think, oh, I'm wearing makeup, you know, and not enough that if you don't like wearing makeup, you're gonna go out and feel like you're wearing lipstick. It's extremely subtle. They're extremely nourishing, and they give you this very long lasting moisturized feel to your lips. I've used a lot of lip balms before, a lot of lip creams that just feel like they're gone. They disappear within like an hour, and it kind of feels like you just have to reuse and reuse the product over and over. This can last hours and hours and hours. It lasts all night if I apply it at night, making sure I wake up with non-dry, non-cracked lips. So we've got avocado oil in here as one of the main moisturizing ingredients, as well as sodium hyaluronate for that hydration and plumping. We also have the lab engineered natural ingredients, including the biomolecules extracted from pomegranate flowers and biomimetic jojoba wax, which is again plant derived, to help hydrate your lips. I love Make's kind of like approach to natural products in the sense that it's all like lab created. I find that super interesting. Yeah, I just really, really like these. I really like these. Surprisingly, my favorite one is the one that's slightly rose scented. I hate rose. I hate rose with a passion. But like the tints, the fragrances are extremely subtle. So those are the best products that I've used so far this year. Thank you so much to Skin1004 for sponsoring today's video. You can find their products and all products mentioned in today's video in the description box down below, and you can watch some more product reviews here and some general light entertainment here, and I'll see you over there.